was was desolate. They had the all the high-rise apartments on Miami Beach, but that's the only section in Florida. Now everywhere in Florida is that way. The girl.
What year was that, Tommy?
Oh Christ! Had to be in the 1950s, early 60s. I got out of the Navy in 1950. I served 51 to 53. I think I was a little over 2 years. Then I got the rheumatic heart, or I had it, and they detected it, so I got a disability. I got discharged with a 10% disability.
Mm-hmm.
So I got out, went back, and I decided I wasn't going to work in a restaurant. And I met a guy, I met a friend of mine, a veteran that wrote got disability payments, and I got kicked up to 60%. Then I got paid at the 95% rate, and after about a year, this other guy came along that got me up to 100%. So, of course, I make more money now. My wife and I, we work full time. And that's just on the pension. Now you guys are for how long are you here for?
Just a week. Just a week because she started a job less than a year ago, so she doesn't get any more than that yet. She's just trying to finish out her years of work
Before
she retires.
Now you got your address on there, right? Where you live now?
Yeah, we're in Nevada.
Yeah, don't ask me where the hell it is. Watch. I'll be looking for that frickin' pad for the rest of the week.
Well, I'll keep in touch with you.
Yeah.
I'll call you once in a while if I don't hear from you. Now that I got your phone number.
Who else is left in the family that we did?
I got to ask you something. Who was your father?
Art Cannavaro.
Art.
Art was my father was the black sheep. The Browns didn't like him.
Is that right?
Yeah, he was like an outcast, but we owned a restaurant. He was successful,
Oh, okay.
and it was Aunt Esther. Aunt Esther's husband. He was Italian. He threw a friggin' chair to the front door of Grandpa's house because they wouldn't let. When Esther left him, he wanted to talk to Esther. He wanted to get together with her, and Grandma and Grandpa wouldn't let him. So he threw the friggin' chair through it.
Now, which you're saying her husband? What was his name?
Oh Jesus, Esther, Aunt Esther. I have no idea.
But she was young then, right?
Yeah, Esther was. She was young.
That was her very first husband.
Yeah. What the hell was her name? I know. I think it was Pascal. I think he was Pascal.
Yeah, Pascal.
Pascal was the last name. Yeah.
Pat Pascal.
Pat Pascal. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because we got three cousins. We got Pat, Billy, and the Scratch.
Or not Merton.
What's her name? The sister.
Oh,
We called her Scratchy because every time we went to her house, we would come home with all these scratches on us. She was always scratching us. It was. She was a cousin, but
is she the one that lived on Ruby Road?
I have no idea where the hell they lived.
Yeah.
I never kept track of
She's
the
at the
family.
Masonic home now, I think.
Is she?
Yeah, in Wallingford.
Jesus, to me, you're the first ones in the.
Billy just passed away about a year ago, or less than a year ago. Billy, the Merton's son, Billy.
You're kidding.
Martha's still alive. Her husband, his wife, Martha. You remember Martha and Billy?
Not really.
That's Merton's son.
I can't put a face to them.
Okay.
But
I don't have their picture.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to remember anybody anymore from after I turned hit 80, for Christ's sake. I forgot who the hell I was.
I stopped seeing everybody after Phyllis passed away because that's when we used to get together at her house.
That was the last thing. Yeah, Phyllis, when Phyllis used to come here, she got married to some guy, and I found out that he was gay.
Gil.
He was gay, and I didn't know it.
Gil Hewer.
Yeah, and he treated her shitty. And I was on the road. I almost stopped on. I was going to kick the shit out of the guy.
Well, he's a pretty big guy.
Yeah, I know he was, and I felt bad for Phyllis because why she married? She was beautiful. Why the hell she married him? And the way he treated her, I couldn't understand it.
Did you know her first husband?
No.
I didn't either. I never met him.
I never mingled with, other than the parties we had here.
Oh, it was great having parties at her house. What happened to her house?
I have no idea.
It's gone. It looks like there's a shopping center there now.
Now, where the hell did she live?
She lived at 1 Clinton Avenue in Clinton. But if you look at that address now, it looks like there's a shopping center there.
They probably, she was off the main road, kind of in the back. I remember that.
Yeah.
As I think only one time I went to the house.
Oh, one time?
I saw it. I used to
That's
drive
where
through.
I saw you.
Yeah.
In fact, I think that's the last time we saw each other was at
Is
her
that
house.
her house?
Yeah, you and David were there. And I can't remember. I think your mom was there.
Yeah,
It was in the
my mother was alive.
It was in the 60s.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, she was a big kid.
Yeah, and Esther was there.
Yeah.
Your mom was there. Phyllis was there. My dad was there. Everybody was alive then. Oh, well, let's see. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And
You're right.
Grandma was still alive then, too. Grandma Brown. Everybody except for Grandpa. Well, did you know Grandpa?
I knew him. I met him,
Yeah, because you were alive before he died, and I wasn't.
The one-
I was
the one
born the year after he died.
One memory I have of Grandpa
What's that?
is that we go over at Christmas, boxes of candy. There'd be 10 boxes of candy all over the place. He'd give you 2 candies, and that's all you got. And I says, that cheap son of a bitch. When I was a kid, I thought, that cheap bastard. He says, he's got all those candies, and he keeps them for himself. He likes sweets, evidently.
He only gave you 2.
That must be where we got our selfish streak from Grandpa. Grandpa.
God.
Now I know who to blame it on.
I never knew him that well. I knew of him because of my mother, because we used to go visit a lot up there. My mother, when she started driving, she worked down in Westville in the restaurant down there for a long time. But who the hell was it got killed crossing the street? It wasn't Uncle Martin. It was one of the one of the brothers. Remember, got killed.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Walter.
Walter. Yeah, and I don't think I ever met Walter. Did I? Did we?
I don't know. Uncle Walter would have been Grandpa's brother.
Yeah.
Older brother?
And I thought because he just came out of the damn thing and walked right in front of a car and got killed. I remember that episode, but that's all I remember. I don't know what the hell he looked like.
Do you know roughly when that was?
I have no idea.
Do you know where he was buried?
No.
Somebody wants me to find his grave. Doug wants me to find his grave and take a picture of it for him. But you didn't know him,
I never knew. I knew of him.
Okay.
I don't think I ever met him.
Okay.
If I did, I was too damn young
Yeah.
to know who the hell I was
Right.
beating. I was only a kid then, those days.
So you probably just heard about his death through the...
Because he got killed in the
Yeah.
car, yeah.
Okay.
I
know
don't
when
remember
that
a
was.
lot of stuff. A lot of stuff when we were kids and young.
Well, we could probably look it up on Ancestry.com. Maybe. Do you know where Grandma's buried? Is it in Westville? I know I went to her gravesite when she was buried, but I was...
Well, the biggest cemetery is the one in what the hell is it, out by Yale there. That's where my grandfather,
Your dad?
that we had a gravesite there. But only my grandmother and my Uncle Pat is buried there, and Rose and Mike are buried at the center.
Which one is it?
You know when you go into Yale, the big, huge cemetery. You know where the Yale baseball field is? That cemetery, that's there. St.
Okay.
Lawrence. St. Lawrence
Cemetery. Okay.
That's the one. Now, it runs to Westville. So
Okay.
Grandma and Grandpa could be worried.
Yeah, I think Grandma's buried at Westville Cemetery. So maybe that's the same
How
cemetery.
the hell would you find the last name? About 10 million Browns are probably buried in that place.
I remember that Esther was buried there too.
That I don't remember.
Yeah, because she was buried in '74, just 3 years after Grandma died. And I remember going to her gravesite too. It was when she was buried. They, the whole procession went there too, and it was at the same site, or
Oh, yeah.
same cemetery, almost the same place.
Those things don't stick in my mind.
Well, that stuck in my mind because I was young and it was like the first funeral or second funeral I ever went to. Well, we got to get going. We got some other place we've got to
Good.
visit up the road in Winsted today. We're going to go visit one more relative. We don't have too many days in Connecticut.
Jesus. Get the hell out of here. Get going.
Oh, we had a good time.